and the live drive. I've got coffee. I've got a huge chuck steak cooked in the air fryer, cut into strips. It's a bone-in chuck steak. Oh my goodness, it is so good. Look at the sunlight is right there. Okay, so we are ready to, yep, this is it. We're ready. Gotta do I just did my pre-trip, and I gotta do my DVIR for the tractor and the trailer. There we go. There we go. 4, 5, 4, there we go. And I'm ready to roll. Hi, Jeff. Where you at? Are you on I-5? I am too. You know, I was just watching somebody. So somebody was fueling up his rig in Bakersfield about 11 o'clock last night. And of course, I'm way north of there. But and while he was fueling, somebody hijacked his truck. Is that I mean, I've been driving for 6 years now, and I have heard of people like, you get out to go do your pre-trip, or you get out to go check in with the customer, and like people, especially in the southern states, like sneaking into your rig and hiding under the bunk, like cramming themselves into the space under the bunk or the side compartments. I've heard of that, but stealing a rig at the fuel island, it's just like every time you step out of the truck, you gotta lock the damn thing, even if, you know, I'm just doing a pre-trip at a rest area. I know that sun is bright. I mean, ugh. And yes, I'm still with this dang company, and I'm getting tired of being, you know, the lowest paid driver out on the road. I am so tired of that. You know, I don't see anybody in the offices taking pay cuts, but all of us drivers have. It's bad. It is bad. But there will be a point where I'm gone. That plan has not been put away. That is still in the works. Come on in, Pete. Come on in behind me. Yep, he's coming in behind me. Come on in, dude. Peterbilt. He just needs a spot to park. Let's turn this around. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and I was watching this live, replay of this live pursuit in SoCal. You know, he stole it in Bakersfield, and then he ended up going past Ontario on the 10. I mean, that's how far he went. They did lay the spikes. He did lose his tread. He did start sparking on those steer tires, and eventually the truck caught on fire. Duh. What did you think was going to happen, buddy? I mean, what on earth did he think was going to happen when he's stealing a truck in one of the most populated metro areas in the world, right? Just, it kills me how someone thinks they could get away with it. Hi, Niecy. And, you know, I feel bad for the original driver. He's fueling up, and everything that he had in that truck went up in flames down there, probably around, I don't know how far past Ontario he got. You know, I wasn't paying that close of attention. Come on around, buddy. Good morning, Steph. I mean, seriously, how far did he think he was going to get? That guy's phone was probably in the cab. All his clothes, because it was a sleeper cab. It just, oh, blows my mind. I'm not sure what that guy's, you know, final plan was. Good morning. Good morning, Diane. Hell. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. You know, it is something about, my volume is so horrid. My sound is so horrid. Does my sound over the top, like over modified and scratchy right now? Because it sounds horrible. Hi Maritza, ¿cómo está? It sounds horrible when I watch the replay of the Rad Girls. It is awful. And I'm embarrassed at how I sound. I mean, I realize there's a lot of other sounds going on in this truck. There's the sound of the engine, you know, all the things. It's froggy out this morning. Come on around, buddy. So I'm in Northern California. I'm heading up to Redding to the TA to get some fuel, because I did not want to stop last night in Lodi to get fuel because it was getting dark, I was getting tired, and I wanted to get at least 530 miles. I know there are super truckers out there like, you know, if you haven't run 600 miles, you ain't driving truck, or, yeah. It's like, buddy, I've been hauling horses since I was 14. It is not good. Is it like that during the live, or is it only like that on the replay? And is it like that right now here in the cab of the, you know, in my life? It is awful. I mean, I realize I do go through, you know, I'm driving and I'm going over, you know, you come up out of Castaic, and that Diamond Lake area is really bad. A couple of spots coming down the Grapevine, you know, headed towards Bakersfield. You know, I realize I got some cutting in and out, you know, and even north of there on I-5, I got some places where I'm cutting out. Oh, thank you, Nisi. That is embarrassing. I can't hardly watch the replay because I'm just choking with you know, just, I feel so humiliated. And it's got to be on my end. I don't know. I have no idea, because I don't think we have that problem when I'm at home and we're doing lives, but I haven't really gone into somebody else's StreamYard live stream from the arm bus. I could take these glasses off. Okay. For a long time. So I'm thinking it has to be on my end. Going into somebody else's StreamYard, it is awful and it's embarrassing. But yeah, I'm glad to know that it's not like that right now. Of course, I'm not using StreamYard either. I'm just using, you know, YT Live. But anyway, I was watching, before I came, you know, after I did my pre-trip, technology. Hi, Joyce. No, we just got started. Joyce, there was a guy, so I was just watching this replay of this live last night from a news station down there in L.A., and I'm way north. I'm a day north of that, but hi Kim. There was a guy, there was a poor truck driver, he's fueling up in Bakersfield, and somebody hopped into his rig and stole it while the guy was fueling. And they chased him down the 10, and he ended up, or down I-5, and he ended up at one point right before the truck caught fire. He was going along the 10 eastbound through Ontario. So, you know, that chase lasted quite a while. At some point they did deploy the sticks, and he lost his tread on his steers, and you know, pretty soon you see sparks flying, you know, off of those rims. And then, of course, you know, just like any high-speed chase you watch, then the whole rig catches on fire. Okay, so the guy finally couldn't go any further, hops out of the truck and runs through neighborhoods trying to get away. Well, they tased him and they got him in custody. But that poor driver back in Bakersfield, all of his things were in that sleeper cab. That was a sleeper cab he was in. So, you know, he's got a lot of his things in there. He might have even had his phone in there. Okay, hang on. We got a rig on the side, and I had a rig coming up on my left. Like, you know, buddy, we got to get over for Andress here. Okay, now I'll get back over and you can pass me. And have a nice day. I don't go that fast in California because pulling trailers, even if you're in a, I don't care if you're in a Prius and you're pulling a little tiny U-Haul or dinghy behind you, it's 55 miles an hour. Exactly, it's like, why? I was just telling Jeff. My friend Jeff was in here. I know he's probably driving truck this morning, so he can't really conversate with us. It's like, what on earth made that guy think he could get away with that? You know, we see high-speed chases end the same way all the time. They deploy the sticks, or they nerf the guy, and they spin him. Just call it nerfing, where, you know, they take, okay, so let's say I'm going to nerf Heartland Express here. Let me flash him over. Come on over, buddy. I would get up to him with the right side of my bumper and tap the left side of his bumper and spin him. I'm sure there's way more to it than that, and it's a highly trained maneuver. But yeah, they either do that, you know, when they're chasing a car and they can't get the strips out, or they put the strips out, the spike strips, and pretty soon those tires are down, they're gone, they're driving on rims, steel rims. Oh, shut up, quit bitching at me, you nag. My truck is nagging me. And, you know, the vehicle catches on fire and the driver has to run. I mean, come on, it happens every time. Nobody gets away. Occasionally one will slip by, but eventually that one, you know, those guys get caught too. When they steal a car, I don't know. But seriously, a semi-truck, like they're going to miss that one on the freeway. He was pulling a container. Hi, Linda. Good morning. So yeah, I woke up to, you know, that showing up in my YouTube feed. So I had to watch it, of course. Of course, I watch it sped up because I don't want to listen to all the commentary, and it makes me cringe every time the reporter says the truck was hijacked at a gas station. Well, we don't say gas, we say fuel. Because I guarantee you there isn't an ounce of gas on that rig anywhere. It's diesel. But, like, you know, people who have never driven a diesel, I did it. I mean, until I started driving a diesel rig. My mom corrected me immediately. It's not gas, it's fuel. But I, you know, so now I try not to be too critical, but like even in the banner across the bottom of the live stream, it says truck hijacked at gas station. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was probably hijacked at a truck stop getting fuel. But that was interesting to watch this morning while I was getting ready. making the bed, doing my chores. I also watched, I started to watch Darla's latest tutorial on that top-down cardigan she's making. I haven't finished watching it because I had to get you guys all secure. By the way, who's going to drive today? Who's going to volunteer to drive? Because I just want to sit in the back and crochet. Should be a fairly easy drive. We're just going to stay on I-5 until we get to 205 in Oregon and head over to the customer. Isn't that crazy, Nisi? That is nuts. But I have heard of people finding someone hiding like under the bunk in that storage area after, and who knows if that's true. Who knows? That could be fake. But ever since I, read that little story years ago, I've realized that anytime I walk away from the cab, the doors have to be locked, even if I'm just fueling. And I'll be honest, okay, I am not blaming that driver at the truck stop because I haven't been doing it lately. I've gotten lazy. I did it yesterday when I had an inspection on the truck down there in Castaic. Yeah, I learned on a stick. I know, me too, Nisi. So I'm still asking for volunteers to drive today because I got a lot of crocheting to do. Seriously, I got better things to do. Someday I'll be retired. I'm definitely not going to retire from this company. Bye, Nisi. Good to see you. We're 27 miles from my fuel stop because I'm down to 3/8 of a tank. Okay, I gotta get over this lane ends. And boy, are all the waterways big and muddy. They are huge and muddy. They've jumped the banks. They've done all the things. I have yet to see any of those waterways coming over the freeway, though. But I did see an awful lot of, just rain running down the lanes in the last couple days. Yeah, no rain today. Well, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Okay. Absolutely. I love crochet questions. Because if I don't know the answer, I'm going to look it up. Niece is going to work. I don't want to work today. I want to crochet. I got so much to do. I've got a massive to-do list right now, and I have of the 4 personality styles, the driver, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. The driver, the expressive, the amiable, and the analytical. I'm more driver than anything else. And that's a very direct person, but also a characteristic of a driver is procrastination, because a driver is not process oriented, we're result oriented, and I want it done. I just want it done. But to get started in that, I have to go through the process. Wow, there's a lot of flooding over there. Holy cow. Where an analytical is very process oriented. The process is more important. You know, doing it right all the way through, where a driver's like, what the hell? Just get it done. Do it, you know. And so we procrastinate because there's a process involved in getting through that whole list. I'm also an expressive, which is the silly person. And of course, the analytical, you're talking about people who are, you know, process oriented, you know, doctors, accountants, you know. And the thing is, most people have a dominant, like I am dominant in driver, but my secondary is expressive. But, you know, like a lot of these professionals, they are dominant either in, let's say, like a lawyer, they're dominant as a driver, but they have a secondary as an analytical. So they can go through that process, but they go through it fast. Or just the opposite, you know, you've got an analytical driver. I'm a driver expressive, and the other one is an amiable. And those personality styles have been around for centuries before that information was being relabeled and used in marketing and all that kind of stuff. Getting a little warm in here. Let's cool it off a little bit. It is, according to my dash, it's 49 degrees out. But that is never exact. That one is never exactly right. It's close enough. Oh good, my check engine light went out. Sometimes it comes on in the morning after it's been idling at night. Okay, I want to hear what everybody's working on. Because if I have to drive, I want to crochet vicariously through you. Come on around, buddy. That Freightliner is a little older than mine. Mine's a 23. That looks like maybe a 16, somewhere around in there. I only know because I started out driving 16s. Come on over, buddy. But these Freightliner Cascadias, they are delicate flowers, let me tell you. They are plastic and fiberglass, and you've got to treat them delicately. Even though they're a big diesel truck, there's a lot of plastic and fiberglass going on here. So I think for the week or two that somebody else was driving this truck, I don't think they treated it nice. I think they treated it like an old LT International, which those things are just, those are work mules, you know. They're not the prettiest thing on the road, and you know, they don't have quite as many bells and whistles as the Cascadia, but I mean, they're workhorses. They will slowly. The Summerlin New York wrap, sweater, shawl, working. Oh, a cat mat. Cool. Daisy Granny Square sweater for my daughter. Ooh. Very cool. I need to finish my Somebody by Mrs. C. I have a Somebody. I love my Somebody. She sits right next to Dooley in the yarn bus, sitting up on the back of the banquette, you know, little dinette there. He's got Trump written, he's like in a decal, great big letters that says Trump 2024 on the back of his tailgate. So, yes, I will be voting for Trump, but I don't feel like, you know, in today's day and age, you know, is he just identifying himself by putting that on the tailgate, or oh, cool. Is that a form of self-identity? Because I feel like people are shouting to the world who they are a lot of times with some of these stickers and magnets they put on their cars. Or does he really feel like it will bring some kind of awareness and... Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, can you hear me? I'm back. I'm going to be kind of in here for a second because we are heading into the cottonwood. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? As oh, cookies. Oh, good. Hot cocoa, water, and cookies. I'm down. I'm down. Okay, gotta pull into the let me get you guys straightened out here. Oops. I didn't need to jake down that hard. Okay, good. Yeah, so I am this on the floor. I had an inspection yesterday, and that guy couldn't complete a dang thought. The things he did, just, there are so many things, like he didn't follow through. He had me go park along, after my inspection, he had me go park along the fence, and so I did that, easy peasy, and when I opened up the driver door, my Samsara tablet was sitting on the step outside the truck. He didn't hand it back to me. He didn't hang on to it. I could have ran over that thing and destroyed it. That's an expensive piece of company equipment. And then I can look over at, like, when they get done doing an inspection, they scrape off the old inspection sticker and they put a new one on. They scraped my old one. He scraped it halfway off, so it's flapping in the wind now. So it wouldn't surprise me if I got pulled in for another inspection here. Anyway, and I don't argue with them. When they pull me in to do an inspection, I'm down, do it. I do pre-trips. I check out, I take care of my poor delicate little flower of a Cascadia. She's a delicate flower, and I pamper her, and I just, so I'm not worried about getting inspected. I don't like, having to sit there for however many minutes to get inspected, but that's just a truck driver thing. Continue on the current road. Okay, let's get down to 10. There we go. There we go. So hopefully I don't get pulled in because my inspection sticker is flapping in the wind. That guy, maybe he was just distracted and having an off day. Maybe he's not always like that. But I'm like, yeah, give me a new inspection sticker. I'm all for that. Well, now I might get pulled in again because my inspection sticker is flapping in the wind. And it's an older one. It's from last year, from the exact same inspection place there in Castaic. So 10 miles an hour. We're good. 10 miles an hour. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go now. And they're not pulling me in. Good. Speeding up. Here we go now. Come on, girl. Fly on up to 59 miles an hour. I got a ticket in California, and that is screwing up my life. So, Jeff, if you're still listening, yeah, there's your real answer. I got a ticket last May. I don't mess with it. I'm not messing with it. At least they can see that I did get inspected in 23. It just bugs me that it's not sticking flat. It's flapping in the wind. It's not pretty. Okay. I'm going to plug you guys in again to my ear. Stick on all those cords up there. And we're off. We are headed to, 10 miles to the fuel stop. You guys, anybody want to jump out and get fuel for me? So I don't have to, I can crochet while you're doing that. thing is. There we go. Plugged in. Plugged in. There we go. Anybody want to do that? Good morning, Paula. It just bugs me because it's like half scraped. And I don't know. Is CHP going to think that I started to do that? Because I did not. But then I feel like I got an inspection for nothing. Because I'll get pulled in again because it's last year's sticker. I don't know. If I don't have a sticker up there, they're definitely going to pull me in. Log truck, day cab, log truck, dual Mavericks. I respect those log truck drivers, but at the same time, I feel like those boys are crazy. Yeah. They got nerves of steel, that's for sure, driving in some of those places they got to go to get logs. I mean, I'm all about four-wheeling. I've been doing it since I was a child, since before I could walk. We've been out there. But I don't four-wheel in my big rig. I'll lock in the axles if I have to, if I'm trying to get out of a spot that's got bad traction. But normally you get a new sticker. I didn't get one yesterday. Angela's here. Oops. I gotta make her shut up. Yeah, shut up, truck. Angela's here. Hello, Angela. I'm good. How are you doing? And what are you working on? I went by you yesterday. I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you and Nicole. You might be. That's right. Scare him a little bit, Angela. Scare him. Oh, okay. You got any whips? Or are you actually between whips? I just can't imagine that. Because I got lots of whips. I got whips from years ago that are in my scorched earth list. Chewing on that chuck, that is good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I get ya. Taking a little break. I get ya. My problem is I'm forced to take breaks. Like I haven't, I've been working. Sometimes work allows me to crochet and work on things like, my next pattern test, or sometimes. Okay, ready. I love doing puzzles. I'm thinking about setting up, I've got a space in the motorhome that used to have like a desk, like a drop down wall mounted desk on it that is no longer, I have the desk, but it's like, throw that thing away. I'm never going to mount it back up there. But I'm thinking about putting a puzzle table in that spot. It's right behind the passenger seat. Okay, lurking. Yeah, right behind the passenger seat. I've got a lot of space right there, and I'm thinking about doing a table, maybe even with a chair. I love just, you know, my last roommate, old Pat Barron, she's not doing so well these days, but she keeps a tablecloth along her, she's got a long dining room wooden table that the family sits at for, you know, when they come over for holiday meals or family meals. But underneath that tablecloth at one end, she has a puzzle working, and they're always at least 1,000 pieces, and you know, the kind of thing that takes months to finish. I love those. And I would love to have a good solid table sitting on that right behind the passenger seat of the motorhome. Big enough to house, you know, 1,000 piece or 1,500 piece puzzle, good sized puzzles. It would also be a good place to work on some very, some mosaics, not mosaics like the geometric, symmetrical patterns, but patterns that aren't symmetrical, mosaic, overlay mosaic. Oh, I love doing puzzles. Wouldn't that be great, just to have a puzzle spot, a puzzle table, or a work table for working on, you know, more complicated, like some of those complicated mosaic patterns. Oh, it would be great if I could just retire to the motorhome. That's what I want to do. But God says it's not time yet. So, one of my favorite songs by Van Zandt says, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. I've just been, yeah, dining table. Yep, that's what Pat does, and she keeps a tablecloth over the top of it when she's not working it, because, you know, otherwise the table's being used for meals and get-togethers, holiday get-togethers. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. And one of us, usually after a meal, will walk over and start peeling that. You know, once we get the table cleared off and the dishes are done and, you know, all of that is done, somebody's going to walk over there. Usually Michelle, her daughter-in-law, is going to walk over there and peel that tablecloth back. And all of us kind of, puzzle time. Like, we all kind of gradually end up sitting there working on that puzzle. Yeah.
In 1 3/4 miles, take exit 673.
Okay, we're almost there, you guys, to get fuel. Who wants to hop out and fill up the fuel tanks for me? That would be so nice. That would be so nice. Secret puzzle time. Yes, that's exactly. It's like, oh, the puzzle's out. Oh, everybody just kind of, you know, just makes their way over there. So it's like, okay, there's a puzzle, and our minds just kind of take over into puzzle mode. It's an interesting phenomenon when, you know, everybody's gathered in the house, and all of a sudden there's a puzzle out. Okay, here's our exit, you guys.
Take exit 673 on the right to Knight Road, then take the first right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Going to take the exit. I could probably try to push it and get on up to Rice Hill in Oregon. Hey, good to see you too. Mara's here. Oh, see, and that brings people together. I love that.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Okay, here we go. Here we go now. Gotta get fuel. Gotta get fuel. Oh, I'm stuffed. I can barely move. Would one of you please hop out and get fuel for me? I'm stuffed. Mara, are you gonna drive today? Because I don't want to drive. I don't want to do any work. I want to be retired.
Arriving at 19483 Nighton Road on the right.
Okay, here we go now. Here we go now. Let's see, I think there's an open one here. That one's got a cone in it. This one does not, but is it open in front? Might have a truck. It's open in front. Cool. Okie dokie. I don't want to drive. I want to be. Me too. So do I. You know what? This is no different. This is driving an automatic. Now, I don't have a restriction on my license because I learned on a 13 speed, but it's an automatic. It's like driving my pickup. Pulling a horse trailer. Okay. Shut her off. Go on duty. For fuel. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna plug you guys back in. Hang up my earphones here. Go back here for a second. I got new fuel gloves. They are so nice. I'm gonna get my mom a pair for Christmas. They are so nice. I guess I don't need a coat. I'm not going to be out there that long. But I need my vest. Seems like there's always parking here. Even at, when I come in the evening. There's always a place to park here, and there's usually, like, I've never had to back into a parking spot here. I've always been able to pull through. Okay. Safety vest on. At the end of the day, I'm back like a rookie. Because I'm tired. Okay, I guess I'll go out and fuel up. Team Coast Guard. Still, I want to do this one my mom got me a while back. It's called Christmas Bronc or something like that. Yarn I need for the spring squares. I have a package of 8 balls of number 3 ice yarn, 50 cotton acrylic. Well, I'm pretty sure it will. 20 by 27. Yeah. Okay, be right back. You guys, would somebody kind of clean up in here while I'm fueling? Needs a little wipe down. they do this on purpose. They mess up the keypad so that you have to go in and get fuel. Let me put myself off. That just, it irritates me so much. Because they have nothing in there that I want. I'll be back, you guys.
Navigate on road, then take the ramp on the right.
So done. Done fueling here. I'm tired of fueling here. Ugh. Fuck. I'm either not going to get fuel here or I'm going to have to do it with the app because the pin doesn't work. Of course, I didn't, mentally see which island I'm at. We may be just... I don't even have the app. We're done. We are done. I will go on fumes. I'll get fuel at Central Point. I hate this place. I'm done. Done. No fuel for me. God. Damn place. Ugh. Let me make sure I don't have a cap off. Oh, hate this place. I like parking here, but nothing. They don't have cups for the fountain. They, You know, other customers are in there going, hey, can I have a medium-sized cup? Well, their touchpads on their fuel pumps never work. So, and I'm sure they think that's working in their favor, that I'm going to buy something from this piece of crap place? No, I'm done. We are out of here. I'll get fuel in Central Point, which is a nightmare. I hate this place. And you know what's worst of all? They have there isn't a pork rind anywhere in that store. I know, it's horrific, but no pork rinds. Hello? What are you people thinking? Every other TA in the world has a pork rind in there. They shut down the restaurant. So there's not a real restaurant in there. There's just fast food. I'm done. I am not getting fuel here again. I'm tired of this piece of crap place. And I told her I wasn't nice. I dropped a little F-bomb to her and said I'm never getting fuel here again. We're out. I don't have time for this crap. I'm gonna go someplace where the pumps work. Yeah, but every time for the last couple of times I've been here, the keypad hasn't worked, so I have to go inside. You know, waste my time trying to line your damn pockets. That was a waste of time. That was a complete waste of time. Truck drivers don't like wasting time because we're on the clock, man. You know, and we're not on the clock in a good way. We're not getting paid by the hour, a lot of us. We're getting paid by the load. Which I think hourly wages are ridiculous. I think if you're going to pay somebody, I don't care what you're doing, it should be done. People should get paid by the fruits of their labor. They should get paid by what they produce. But that means we don't have time to screw around at places like that. Reading TA. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Who's crocheting? I need to crochet. Who's going to drive this truck so I can crochet? Ugh. I hate that place. I hate it on the inside. I like parking there. And I have spent plenty of money there getting me stuff to eat. Of course, there's no pork rinds. Okay. Truck driver ran over. Ugh. I wish I could sit and do a puzzle. I'm gonna make I'll drive, and I don't think hey, I'm just gonna close my eyes, be in the back crocheting. Oh, I am pretty sure they got some beef jerky, but my teeth can't handle beef jerky. I would love beef jerky. Love beef. I mean, I'm eating beef right now. I love me some cow. But no pork rinds. And I asked him like 6-8 months ago, are you just out of pork rinds? Oh yeah. Thank you, Mara. I asked him, are you just out of, oh, really? There's no pork rinds over there? There are never pork rinds in there. Never. is why I crochet. This is why I crochet. Yeah, you can't get, you know, get your fuel at the pump because the keypad's all screwed up. Of course, Central Point, getting fuel in Central Point is going to be, it's going to be awful. Hello, Michelle. Oh, cool. 18 years. Cool. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. Let's see. Let me put it in here. Central. Oh, it's not in here. It's 33 miles north of the California line, and I'm in Redding. So I have probably, I'm going to guess, I always forget to check and see what the last mile marker is on I-5 when I'm heading out of California. We're probably at least 100 miles away or so. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Ageism. Ageism. Get rid of that. Woosah! Problem in Tonopah. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Tonopah, Arizona. About a week and a half ago. I ended up driving out of there, not getting fuel. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I think it's a ploy to get, you know, drivers to come in. I mean, the company's already spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on one fuel stop. Medford to Redding. Oh, cool. And how far do you have kind of a general idea of what how many miles that is from Medford to Redding? Because that's how far I've got to go to okay. At least 150 miles because I'm actually going north of Medford. Seriously? You're just gonna update your Facebook status while you're merging? There you go. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Because I'm gonna go a little bit north of Medford to the exit 33 to get fuel. Let's see. I'm 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to say, let's say it's 8 o'clock. I might do a sit and stitch live tonight. What do you guys think of that? 6 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. my time. I'm on Pacific time. I'm trying to think of happier thoughts than what just happened at the TA. Especially, I would do a sit and stitch tonight if, you know, somebody wanted to go live with me and maybe talk about what they're doing on their channel. And if that happened, then I would do another yarn giveaway. If I wanted to take the time, it's because they're not going to care. They're going to like it because that gets drivers in the store. So I'm just not going to fuel there anymore. That's always been kind of my backup fuel stop, but I'm not doing it. Hi, Diana. Oh, so we are probably going to, I may lose you guys. I'm in Reading, and when I climb out of Reading, yeah, see that? Eat my DOT bumper. I would love that. I would love that. Mara, let's do it. Sometime, I'm thinking maybe 6 if I'm ready, but it might not be till 7. Email me, DanasWanderlustCrochet at gmail.com, and let's do it. We'll just do a sit and stitch, and I will do probably a paint box yarn giveaway, and we'll sit and stitch for about an hour. I would love that. And we'll talk about all the things going on your channel. That would be lovely. Lovely. Well, we got a sit and stitch plan for tonight, you guys. See, happy thoughts. Okay, so I'm probably gonna lose you guys just north of Reading here in the Lakewood area. Lakehead, not Lakewood. Lakehead area. And when that happens, I'm just gonna end it. Because it usually will drop the live anyway. I can't get through that dead spot. Still connected. I might even have time for a quick shower. That would be nice. That would be nice, because I need a shower. Rushmore again. I drop this load and brush them, and then I got to turn around and deadhead back to the yard. Hop in the shower, And then we'll do a live stitch with Mindfully Crochet. And we'll do a paint box yarn giveaway during that live. Wouldn't that be cool? Cool, cool, cool. Merging, he made a choice, and he chose. You know, there's you know, almost a quarter mile ahead of me. There's at least a half a mile behind me of space to merge on, and he made a choice. Rather than, you know, slowly merge in front of the big truck and causing the big truck to hit their brakes, he chose to slow it down just a hair, come in behind me, and he'll probably pass me here before too long. That is a good choice. The other good choice would have been to speed up and merge out ahead of me. Big trucks changing lanes, well, actually any vehicle changing lanes is the one maneuver that causes the highest percentage of accidents. It's a DOT statistic. I don't know what the percentage is, but it is the highest percentage of accidents are caused by changing lanes. You know, it's exponentially more dangerous when you're in an 80,000-pound weapon. So we will get over, and it may seem like a double standard. There he goes. Good job, dude. It may seem like a double standard, but we are trained to get over for trucks trying to get up to speed and get into the right lane when they're merging, because it is so much harder for trucks to merge than it is for, like, that pickup in front of me or that car that passed me. Four-wheelers can merge easily. They can make a choice, but if that choice is to slowly merge in front of a big truck and cause that big truck to hit the brakes, you are affecting all the traffic around you and that big truck in a negative way. You are negatively impacting all of the traffic in that area. Just some things to think about. I know not everybody merges like an idiot. Not everybody does it, but here in California, oh my goodness, it is so bad. Oh, and I tell you where the worst mergers in the world are? St. Louis, Missouri. They drive me nuts. They drive all truck drivers nuts all day long. Anytime you're in St. Louis, those people cannot merge. It's like they're not taught how to merge. Okay, we're climbing up out of Reading. What am I going to be working on tonight? Probably something pretty mindless. Yes, exactly, yes. Causing a big truck to hit the brakes. Not only does it affect all the traffic, you know, you could shift the load. And then you have damaged product at Walmart. We don't want damaged product. Putting everybody's lives in danger. For the most part, our loads are, you know, they're like this one is probably packed floor to ceiling, nose to tail. So, and it's medical supplies, but it's not like the kind of medical supplies somebody would want to try to hijack. It's just plastic stuff. It's just like, you know, just plastic stuff. Very light load. Yeah, there are no needles in there. There are no drugs in there. There is nothing like that in there. It's just like boring supplies. Entering National Recreation Area, Shasta Lake. You know, it is so much nicer today than it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago coming through here. The sun is shining. I mean, when I parked night before last, I parked down there in Ontario, California. Plastic bedpans, yeah, probably. That's probably back there, Ellen. When I parked down there in Ontario night before last, I mean, I parked early because it was getting dark early, traffic was heavy, and the rain was just torrential. So I stopped a little short because then it's, you know, it would have been hours before I got to a stopping place there in Castaic. So you have to kind of make those plans. I would like to have gone a little further, been a little closer to my destination, but I didn't. I stopped around 5:30. It was still daylight, but it was so dark and it was raining like mad. But then the next day the sun came out. Barf pants, yeah. Yeah. Barf pans, those are probably back there too. Oh, pay attention. Shasta Lake. Yeah, yesterday and today it's been sunny. It's been really nice. It's beautiful. Oh, crossing the lake, you guys. 50 miles an hour. It's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit across here. So pretty. It is so pretty. And look, the lake is filling up again because, like last year was the first year I saw those banks completely covered since my first year driving truck, because the lake was just getting lower and lower and lower every year. But last year it completely filled up, and now, oh yes, absolutely, when it's full. And then it, you know, over the early part of the winter, late part of summer, you know, it dropped down again quite a ways. Not as far as it was last summer, but it dropped down again. And now it's more than halfway back up. I mean, it's probably got 30 feet of bank showing. It's pretty full. It's not all the way full, but it is pretty full, and it looks really nice. Really nice. It's a beautiful area. It is so gorgeous here. Okay. We're probably going to start spinning soon. We are in the Lakehead area. You know what? I am going to try to hang out. Now, I'm going to just not mess with it. I am not going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it going down the road. If it might spin for 5 to 10 minutes, hang out, check out somebody else's live, whatever, and then check back in, because yeah, sometimes it does come back. Sometimes it doesn't spin at all, but you know, we'll see what happens. Because yeah. Okay. Yeah, up here, right around this corner, it's probably gonna start spinning. This is quite the dead spot right here. Beautiful though. Beautiful looking out over the lake, over onto the mountains. It's gorgeous. Usually from here to up closer to Pollard Flat, which, oh, I miss Pollard Flat. Miss that place. Okay, so far so good. We're all still here. We're still here. Are we still here? Squatch country, if you believe in some. I'm agnostic on Sasquatch. But I like watching Bigfoot documentaries as long as more times. But it's morning, so maybe our spinning times will be less. I don't know why that is. Seems like later in the day, any problems with connectivity happens more often. Did any of you read this? I don't know if it's real news or if it's fake news, but that all these carriers were down this morning. Well, they mentioned my carrier, and I wasn't down this morning. Somebody said fake news, fake news. I don't know if it's real or not. Like all the big ones were down. Sounds like clickbait, fake news to me. Need a little air. Getting a little warm in here. Gets a little humid in here sometimes, especially because I cook in here, and I'm kind of a windbag when we're live. I'm coming into a little bit of fog. A little foggy up here in the mountains. And the East Coast. Oh, and working its way west. That is weird. That is weird. That sounds like something intentional, doesn't it? Good morning, Marion. Still working on prayer shawls and pet blankets. Oh, look at Niles being so nice. Good deal, good deal. You know, we talked a lot yesterday in the Rad Girls Live about this tea time yarn from Hobby. And then I have linked Darla's latest cardigan tutorial in the description box, and she's using tea time. So what do you guys think? You know, I'll have to look at the price of the tea time versus the price of the paint box. But when we do a giveaway tonight, what's your vote? Tea time or paint box? Niles is saying hi to Marion. As if you haven't met before. I mean, come on, Niles. Like, you know, up and over the mountain we go. Baby, Granny. Let's see. Who else is working on a hexacardy? Amber. Off-string crochet. Love me some mosaic blankets. There's one vote for home, baby, pull the hill. Come on. Lots of dead. Okay. Well, I will make the final choice, but I would like to get an idea of what people are more interested in trying. The paint box or the tea time? Okay. Come on, baby. Get on it. Come on, baby girl. There we go. So Christine, she got her paint box from the last giveaway from the sit and stitch. Last sit and stitch we did with Kari, Jet One In, and I can hardly wait to see what she's going to make with that. It was 5 skeins, 5 solids, all different colors, but they all go together. I can hardly wait to see what she makes with that. Whee! Cross at Lakehead here. This is Shasta Lake. Oh yeah, the lake looks good. It isn't 100% up to that water line, but it looks great. Can you see that waterfall on the right? Can you see that? It is so pretty. That is so pretty. Coming in through the pine trees and over the rocks. Oh, that is so gorgeous. I love it. Slow down, little girl. They like to sit at the bottom of the hills here. All the way through, from here to the Oregon border. It is gorgeous. What do you think, Ellen? If you had a choice, would it be some paint box, Simply Erin, or a couple cakes of tea time? If you had a choice. We do have some high clouds here, up here in Sasquatch country. Oh, hi, Kathleen. So, Kathleen, I'm going to be live with a guest, Mindfully Crocheting, this evening, and we're going to give away some yarn. So, if you had a choice, would it be tea time from Bobby or paint box from Lovecraft? Okay, so we got 1 vote for tea time, 1 vote for paint box. As if you've never met. Typical guy, pretending like he doesn't know you. As if you've never met Ellen. Typical guy. Pretending like he doesn't know you out on the playground. After he passed you a note yesterday. Mindfully Crocheting, Mara, Pacific time between 6 and 7, because I'm going to deliver this load. I'm going to rush back to the yard, grab my towel and bag, go take a quick shower, and then I'll get back in the truck. I'll get back in the truck and we'll do a live sit and stitch with Mara. So 6 p.m. Pacific, that's 9 p.m. your time, if you're on Eastern. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, I'm in the dead zone. And so that'll happen probably a couple more times. But while we're here, this is where the Delta fire was. And if you look up Delta fire on YouTube, you will see how terrifying it was. And people had to jump out of their vehicles, cars and trucks alike, and they had to run. And those vehicles burned. Those flames were huge. Coming across from one side of the freeway, they were leaping those, like a solid flame over the top of the freeway. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. And I wasn't here. I was somewhere back east, because I was driving for May Trucking then, and they sent me east a lot. That's the one thing I liked about May Trucking. And you got loads to Ohio, to the southeast. We didn't go too much to the northeast because there was one guy who lived up there, my friend Peter, and so he would pick up loads. You would like shuttle them halfway or partway across the country, and then you would swap loads with him so he could go home and see his kids. So I was somewhere east when bad weather, huh? We're good. It's not sunny like it was earlier. It's a little bit damp, but we have some really high clouds here and some little bit of fog over there in the hills, but nothing that's affecting my visibility. Oh, the river looks so pretty. Yep, all of this burned. Like, people just, they jumped out of their trucks, they jumped out of their cars, and they ran. You know, I've seen some of the footage on YouTube, and it was frightening. Hi, Terry. I'm in Northern California. Do you know where Pollard Flat is? Does anybody know where Pollard Flat is? Because that's pretty much where I'm at. North of Lakehead. North of Lake Shasta. South of Dunsmuir. Yeah, I'm coming up on Pollard Flat. Pollard Flat. It breaks my heart that place is closed. Best restaurant in the state of California. That grill. Okay, Kathleen, hopefully I'll see you at the lives Sit and Stitch with Mindfully Crocheting tonight. And we're going to do a giveaway, a yarn giveaway. Yeah, all of this burned. And they're still kind of, mitigating that. They're still like, they do some interesting things in California, and I'm sure there's a science behind it. But they cut down a lot of these burned trees. I mean, they're just black sticks. And then they grind them up, and then they spray those chips. Ooh, Kim, that's going to be nice. They spray all those chips like a mulch, and I think that helps with, like, this time of year when there's some flooding. It helps hold the ground together so we don't get mudslides. I think that's the idea behind it. I'm just guessing, but it's like their natural. That's their regular mode of operation after a fire, is to go in and, work on that landscape so that you don't have mudslides in the burnt area when it comes to flooding times. Because I know that, after working those fires, I didn't work fires. I helped with animal evacuation in a couple of fires in Colorado, and what that leaves is the burn scar, and there's not enough roots. There's not enough vegetation to hold that ground as soon as the rains come. And there's not a lot of rain in Colorado. You get most of a year's rain in one day, sometimes in 1 hour. I mean, you have to pull over when that one torrential downpour comes. You got to pull over because nobody can see. You could do a mosaic granny square. Just look up mosaic granny square. Those are so pretty. I think mosaic granny squares are beautiful. I love them. There was one Oregon crocheter. I don't see her channel anymore, but she did a continuous mosaic granny square in like a red heart ombre, and she just kept going and going and going with it, and she made this huge, like almost like a queen size blanket, and it was gorgeous in that mosaic style. And all it is a front post double crochet in the center of your granny cluster. That you just drop down to the rope. You do just a front post double crochet. It's not like a true overlay mosaic crochet pattern. I'm sure most of you guys know what I'm talking about. It's even been Stitch of the Week over. Glenda did that on Creative Grandma. A lot of people have done. I did one and it made it look like a pansy with the yellow in the middle, the purple and the blue. It was so pretty. Who did I send that to? I sent that square to somebody because they were doing, like, people were sending her a square that they had made, like a 6-inch square, and she made a blanket out of it. This was several years ago. This was like 18 or 19, I think that happened. That's just a guess off the top of my head. I sent her I called them the pansy squares because they look like a pansy with the yellow in the middle and then it goes blue and purple. Oh, because I saw somebody else do it. It wasn't an original idea, but oh, that was pretty. You can do a more open lacy square like I'm doing, the Victorian square, the 3-weight scraps, and the Farmhouse Granny by Bella Coco. Yes. So what makes it a farmhouse granny? Because I know what a granny cluster is, but what makes it a farmhouse? How is it different from a regular granny square that makes it farmhouse? Now I've got to go look that up. I might have to pull over and stop working. Play a little hooky. Maybe when I'm waiting for a fuel island to open up in Central Point, I look up the farmhouse granny. I love Bella Coco. I think she's great. Her and Mikey are two of my favorites. And Susan Lohman, the crochet architect, she's OG, you guys. She is like the matriarch of crochet. Susan Lohman. Selena Baca, of course. Big fan of Selena's. She is such a wonderful lady. Oh, how cool! How cool is that? That sounds great, Ellen. And yes, I need to catch up on emails. But don't give up on me. Just give me a day or so to catch up on emails. People inquiring about, getting in on the square swap. I don't think we're going to have as many groups as we did in the ornament swap, which is absolutely fine. A couple of blankets being made out there. That is cool. Oh, Marion, that's probably not you. It's probably me. Because I'm driving through the mountains. That may not be you. Although, Ellen and I were just talking about there's some kind of cell service disruption going on in the east. Hello, Market.
These guys are such jerks.
They never wave. Occasionally we'll wave back, but You know, I started with Maine Trucking Company. We flashed our lights and waved like mad when we saw each other. Oh, and they said it was Verizon, AT&T, and a handful of other... Oh, okay. And a handful of other services. But there's this huge outage. And Ellen said that it started in the east and it's moving west. Okay, here we go. There's a little bit of fog up here. A little bit foggy up here. I love my coffee. I love it. Cup of coffee in the morning. Yep. A bunch of carriers are having trouble. Verizon and T-Mobile say that networks are fine. It's customers calling AT&T phones. Well, Verizon and T-Mobile were listed as those having outages. I'm sure they're not going to admit it. They have a very troubled service area, Verizon does, in Sacramento, but they won't admit it. But I'm here to tell them. Service in Sacramento is pretty bad, especially when I'm driving through and I'm trying to listen to something. It goes. Oh, you got an updated article? Who knows who's got everything right? You know, the news is never. It's like that police chase of that stolen semi-truck last night. Man, they got a lot of things wrong, but it ended the way, you know, most police chases end with, you know, the spike strips losing tread, the sparks coming off the rims, and then the axle catching on fire, and then the whole rig burning down. That's how high-speed chases end. Why that guy thought he could get away with hijacking that truck that just blows my mind. That he thought he could. Yeah. So this guy was getting fuel in Bakersfield. Now I have no idea. Did he have to go inside to pay, or was he right there on the other side of the truck filling the offside tank? You know, I don't know. But another man walked up, got in the truck, and drove off with it. Drove off with the truck. He went down I-5 from Bakersfield and then cut over the next place. I thought he was just like, you know, heading south on I-5 the whole time I was watching this replay. No, he had cut over on the 210 and ended up on the, well, I don't know if he cut on the 210. At one point they said they were in Ontario on the 10. That's where I spent the night before last. And I don't know how far it was after that his rims, his steer tires started sparking, and eventually the truck caught on fire. He jumped out of the truck, ran through a very nice neighborhood where the police caught up with him, tased him, took him into custody. Like, how else do you think that's going to end? Seriously. I don't know what these people are thinking. What makes you think you're going to get away with stealing an 80,000-pound weapon from a truck stop? Like, they know what you look like. They know what the truck looks like. And I feel so bad for the original driver because that was a sleeper cab. He probably had a lot of his personal belongings in the cab of that truck, and it all burnt to the ground. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know if he like shut off the truck and left it unlocked while he was just outside fueling. I don't know if he left it unlocked while he went in to pay for fuel. I have no idea. And I do not blame that guy because, I mean, I lock the truck if I'm going to go inside, but I have been warned. I was warned in the beginning. Anytime you step away from that door, somebody, like if I'm on the other side of the truck, fueling the offside, somebody could easily open up this door and sneak into my truck without me knowing it. And I've heard of people who, like, especially in the southern part of the states, oh, I hope not, Marion, I hope not. I hope he did not get fired. Exactly. Yeah, the keypad probably wasn't working, so he had to go in. Well, and you know me, I open the door and I start ranting and raving and I lock the door to go in. But I did not lock the door just to step out and fuel the truck. But I know better. I know better. Even if I am 6 feet away from the door, that door should be locked. One guy, one of our drivers up in, I want to say the Tacoma area of Washington State, he was in traffic, but some idiot was running up the freeway during this traffic jam and was grabbing door handles of vehicles. He ran up to one of our drivers in one of our trucks, opened the door, he beat up the driver, drug him out of the truck, and stole the truck. That happened like a year and a half ago. I mean, it seems like it just happened. I know Anthony and Candace were still driving for us when that happened. Okay, you know, I'm looking over, okay, my door's unlocked. Duh, I need to lock that door. I need to lock that door every time I get in and every time I get out. This is why I keep my keys hooked to my belt loop at all times, because I need to lock the door, whether I'm in the truck or out of the truck. And we forget, we absolutely forget, but I've read stories, whether they're true or not, of like a driver popping out at a customer to go check in, to deliver or pick up or something. And at some point it was discovered that a man had gotten into the truck and was hiding in the storage area under the bunk. Scary stuff. And always have your phone on you, because like I could be in the trailer. I've heard this story too, whether it's true or not. A woman was in the trailer. I think she was cleaning the trailer or she was strapping down a load or something, and somebody came along and closed the trailer door, latched it, and she had her phone on her so she could call somebody to come open up the trailer. I don't know why somebody came along and touched her trailer. I don't know if they thought it was funny. I don't know what that was all about, but it's not funny. She could have been in there without a phone, and you know, who knows who would have heard her banging on that side of that trailer. Yes, and anymore, Kim, I think that should go for all of us. All of us. Just, you know, how many carjackings have we heard of where people were stopped at a stoplight? Yeah, just needs to be locked at all times, whether you're commercial or not. Yeah, so that was a good reminder to me this morning that, you know what, if you're fueling, you need to lock the door. It's got to happen, and I've got to get back into that habit. I haven't done that for quite a while. And load hijacking is really big in the east. The Birmingham, on the north side of Birmingham, Alabama, there's a Flying J. And with May Trucking Company, we were not allowed to stop there even just to use the restroom. We were not allowed to pull onto that property ever, because in the middle of the day, you're sitting in a parking spot, you are in your truck, and people would pull up to the back of your truck with bolt cutters, cut the lock on the trailer, and just start unloading your trailer, stealing your load. What are you going to do when there's like a whole group of them? You know, you're going to sit there, lock the doors, and call the cops. And the cops probably aren't going to do anything about it. They're probably not going to get in a hurry to get there, and the whole thing will be over with before they show up, if they show up. So yeah, we were never allowed to go into that truck stop. Why when I took that hazmat load, I took a less than loaded hazmat load from Clackamas to Phoenix, and it said, it came from the variety side of the warehouse, and it said gas cartridges. I'm thinking they were for CO2 guns, pellet CO2 guns. I padlocked that trailer. And then I thought I was hauling beer. And you know beer loads get hijacked a lot. I wasn't hauling beer. I was hauling empty beer cans to a brewery who was going to fill them with beer. I was just hauling their supplies to them. It was a can load. But anyway, at first I thought I was hauling beer till I realized how light the load was. And I padlocked that load. I probably should padlock this load with the barf pans in it. Barf pans. That's fun. That is so fun. I'm hauling barf pans. Coming up to Dunsmuir. Box truck, band equipment. Yeah, no stopping, because they just, you be sitting at a stoplight, and I've heard of loads being unloaded sitting at a stoplight, sitting in traffic. And they'll do that, if somebody needs a vehicle, they'll do that to anybody sitting in a car. Yeah, gotta keep them locked. And my company, and a lot of companies, so I'm not giving away any secrets, they put a spare key. If you tip open the hood, on the driver's side, there's a spare key hanging there, staring you in the face. And it'll open, like mine is a Freightliner. It'll open every Freightliner out there that's like the same year, unless somebody has changed their locks. So, mine does not have that. Mine has a pretty, I used to use that little plastic hide-a key, and I would hide it, underneath the frame in the front. But those things kind of rust shut. Yeah, no stopping signals. Oh my goodness. I used to keep one of those, but those, they rust shut. And the few times that I've locked myself out of the truck because I didn't have my keys hanging on my belt loop, it was so hard to get those open. They are hard to get open when they've been, you know, riding underneath the truck for, you know, a year or so. Yeah, I went to a different kind. Super magnets, but yeah, I went to a different kind. And you got to know where it's at to actually get under there and find it. You got to know. And another thing that a lot of people do is we'll take the seat belt and put it behind like the on the doors. There's that horizontal bar that you can slip your hand in behind on the door. Not where the handle is, but up above that is like, you know, another kind of handle that's solid. You run the seatbelt buckle down through that space behind that horizontal bar, and then you drag it over across the seat and you buckle it in to help avoid, you know, anybody getting in your truck. There's a lot of things we got to do. Now, May Trucking Company, they call them girl locks, the women locks. They would change the locks in the Freightliners for any women driving truck. They would change our locks. Well, one day, I walked up to the wrong truck. I've done that twice in my life. These locks were exactly the same. Keyed exactly the same. And that other door that I opened with my supposedly reeking girl key was a man's truck. So I think it was just an illusion to make us feel like we were safe. I think they lied to us about putting new locks in. They just say that they put the new locks in. I no longer believe that they actually did it. Okay, Steph. I'm here, Marion. Don't forget, Steph, we're doing a yarn giveaway tonight. If you can make it, we would love to have you. With Mindfully Crocheting, Mara is going to be my guest. We're going to do a yarn giveaway. Ooh, we got some sunlight again. It's so pretty. You know what? California is a beautiful state. It is gorgeous. It really is. Except for Baker, California. That is the fiery armpit of hell. I don't like Baker, California on the 15th. Live until I get past Wairika, and then I'll end up losing you guys going over on Mount Ashland anyway, so that's when we'll end the live. That's a good live stopping place. It's wet here though, so it has rain, but it's sunny. So it's a sparkly wet. Oh, now it's raining. Sun shining and it's raining. Sunshine on my shoulders. I love John Denver, you guys. Love John Denver. But we don't have all that flooding and running off like we had 2 days ago. where Wanda is today. She was over on the coast yesterday delivering a load. I think she said Santa Rosa. I've been there, done that. There's no place to park over there. I don't like going into the Bay Area. No place to park. Now I got that song in my head. I'm gonna have to listen to some John Denver today. Love me some John Denver. Shasta City. Very pretty up here. It's gorgeous. If I was ever forced to live in California, it would be up here in Northern California, like outside of like between Wairika and we got, I see red and blues. Way up there, we got some red. We got some yellow and blues and red. Red, yellow, blue. It's all the things. I'm telling you, they sit in these areas up here in Northern California and they will nail you. They are busy up here. Oh, and that's a sheriff. That's not CHP. That's a sheriff. Okay. Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy, old girl. Slow down. Don't start coasting up. Oh, lots of fog up ahead. Fog and sunshine and rain. This is fun. Oh, and there's Mount Shasta. Can you guys see it just peeking through the fog there? There's Mount Shasta directly in front of us, up above that dry van in front of me. Mount Shasta. Yeah, usually CHP sits like right at the bottom of this little grade. Catch us coasting up at our speed. So I try to catch her before she starts speeding up. Give her a little jake. I tossed and turned last night. Twisted out my sheets. Lake Siskiyou, next drive. I've never seen Lake Siskiyou. Probably because I haven't looked. I wonder if it's viewable from the freeway. It's probably down at the bottom of that canyon over to the left. There's kind of a canyon over there. Wow, I can only see one little light spot of snow on Mount Shasta in front of me because of all the fog I'm heading into. But the fog looks kind of high. It doesn't look like it's set right down on the freeway. So that's a good thing. If Sasquatch is a real thing, then this is Sasquatch country. In fact, the Patterson film was taken somewhere west of here, of this area, somewhere to the west, between here and the coast. that Patterson film of the female Sasquatch walking across the clearing that was proven to be a hoax, and then it was proven not to be a hoax, and all the things. Hi, Trudy! Must be late where you're at. It is 8:52 a.m. where I'm at. But is there such a thing as Bigfoot? Who believes, who does not believe? I know Marion believes. She's a believer. What I believe is I like watching good documentaries on it. I don't like the phony made up documentaries. Nearly 7 p.m. Look, there's Market Express parked along the side. How you doing, dude? Wonder who that is. 11:45. I don't know who that is. I don't know who anybody is. Drivers treat each other horribly at this company. I'm so sick of them. There's one, I don't know his name, but he is a shit stirrer, excuse the term. And he talks down to other drivers. He's arrogant. And I don't like talking to him. He did say something nice to me once or twice. Come and clean it, Niles. Almost noon in Eastern, yep. He's just arrogant. But he was nice to me that when I quit my job, he's like, good luck, you deserve it. And I'm like, wow, thanks. And then, oh, Niles is going to start getting defensive. And then he's like, welcome back, even if it's only for a short time, kind of thing. And then the last time I talked to him, he was back to being arrogant again. Like, completely uncalled for. Whatever. I don't get him. He's just weird to figure out. He keeps his truck pretty immaculate. I imagine it's immaculate on the inside. He keeps it very clean. He washes it a lot on the outside. Great. And, you know, I walked up and I was like teasing him. So should I park my truck on this side or on that side for you to wash? You know, just teasing him. But then he gets, I don't know if he gets defensive about it because people have given him a hard time about how often he washes his truck or what the deal was. But he just, he reacts. And I'm like, okay, damn. Yeah. And it's like, well, my truck isn't exactly trashed. But I'm not going to eat off of it either. And I said, yeah, well, my truck works for a living. He's like, yeah, that's what everybody says. Whatever, dude. You know, I wasn't criticizing. Crap. I mean, good for you that you keep your truck that clean. Especially in the wintertime, you know, that salt, whatever they put on the roads, you know, there's chemicals, there's salt, there's that red clay stuff they put on it in Oregon. I hate that stuff. It tears up my socks. All that stuff is bad for your truck. It's bad for any vehicle. So yeah, you know, I'm impressed that he gets that stuff off of his truck. I drive through the truck wash. I am not going to take the time to scrub it down myself. I got other things. I got crocheting to do, you guys. I'll drive it through the truck wash, and I won't do it every single time I'm back at the yard. I will skip a couple trips because they only want you doing it twice a month. Well, in the wintertime, this truck is dirty 24/7, no matter how many times I drive it through the truck wash. So I try to space those out and, you know, look for the dirtiest, you know, I've ever seen the truck that month and say, okay, let's get that washed off. Let's get it cleaned off. And no, the guys at the truck wash are not going to do as good a job as this other driver. He does an excellent job. He's very meticulous about it. Good for him. But the implication whenever you have a conversation with him is that all other drivers who aren't as meticulous as him are pigs. Whatever, dude. That makes you feel good about yourself. Holy cow. Just doesn't know how to communicate. You know, he just doesn't know how to communicate with people, and that's, oh shoot, I'm doing 62. Sorry. Okay, now I'm getting over. There was CHP had somebody pulled over right there. I need to bring them back down to 59 because they will. I've heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard it from another driver, that CHP said, basically told them, you know, 58 is fine, 59 you're fine. I'm like, really? Dang. Because I do 4 miles an hour over the speed limit everywhere I go. 4 miles an hour, not 5. I don't do 5. I do 4. Try to keep it down to 4. But a lot of going through, this is Weed, California, you guys, and there's a lot of decline coming down out of here when you're northbound. So I'm always catching myself not popping up over 59 because I don't want to get another ticket. It would be career ending if I got another one. It's a bad thing to get a speeding ticket in a commercial vehicle. It is bad. And I did it, and I'm paying for it now, so I'm with the lowest paying company out here. Okay, so if I was going up to Klamath Falls or to Bend, Oregon, I would be taking this next exit. And I've done that, I've gone that way. That's a fun run. Well, in the summertime. In the wintertime, Central Oregon isn't all that great. It's not always so super fun. Super, super fun. Yep. I think the last time I went that way, yep, I know the last time I went that way, I had my doobie with me. Had my baby. I sure miss that baby. I miss him every single day. He was the dog of a lifetime. Oh, it's pretty out here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, it looks great right here. Earlier it was kind of sprinkling, you know, high clouds. But then before that it looked like this, you know, clear and sunny. So hopefully it'll be like this all the way up through. I doubt it. I doubt it in the Portland area. I'm sure coming up through Eugene and up into Portland, it wouldn't surprise me if it's raining, because that's just what it does there. Western Oregon is so awful. Now Eastern Oregon looks like this, with these pine trees and the manzanita, scrub oak, sage, a lot of sage. Yeah, oh, I'm sure you do, Marion. I know that pain. I know that pain, and I feel that pain every single day. It's like, you know, we go into it knowing we're, you know, 99. I'm back. But knowing ahead of time that we're going to outlive them, know I'll probably never have that love. That was a once in a lifetime thing. I cared about Jack, I really did, for who he was, but it was not, it wasn't even close to being the same relationship. And oh, I miss that baby so bad. But I'm thankful for that time I had with him. I had just short of 13 years with him. Just a couple months shy of 13 years with my baby. Very special boy. Okay, slow down. See, I coasted up again. And they sit and wait along here. They definitely do. I didn't get my ticket through here. It was down in Kern County, California, but, oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. When you lost Leif, I felt that. I felt that for you. Ugh. Yes, but it is not the same relationship, and I don't believe it could be duplicated. I know I tried with, I tried with Jack. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was a horse trailer. Oh, it was, okay. Oh, I mean, it's bad enough. It's a delivery truck. But I thought that was a horse trailer from a distance, but it's not. He went over. I think it was said paint company on the side. Hope the guy's okay. Okay, bye Kim. Hopefully I'll see you tonight at the sit and stitch. Hopefully. Yeah, it's something new. Mile-per-hour work zone. Oh, I'm not doing 60. That guy's doing. Here, I'll flash him over. Come on over, dude. That guy is doing 69. Okay, good luck. Good luck, Shaheen. That's the name of his company. I'm not being derogatory. That's the name of the company, Shaheen. Shaheen. I don't know. I'll have to look next time I see one go flying by me at 70. Here's the Weed Airport right lane closed. Where? Well, sometimes they say, you know, right lane closed ahead, and then they haven't got out there like it's open because they haven't started work yet or something, or it's a weekend, or they're taking a 30-minute union break so they can work another 15 minutes. So I am not a fan of unions. I like the idea behind unions. I think there was a need for them. I don't like what they've become today. Personal opinion. I know a lot of people really believe in their unions. Right lane closed ahead. Hello. Jerks. I'm not going to speed up. It's because this guy in the left lane wants to do 70 in a construction zone. Oh, he is right on my bumper. He even thought about passing me on the right. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to be a super trucker? You're not going to be a super trucker behind me. We all have that special one, and Dooley was it. Okay. dun. Not gonna speed up going down the hill. Why do people jack up their trucks and put wide tires on them? Because it is not for performance. They are not improving the performance of that pickup. They're doing it for fashion, and you lower the performance of that pickup. I tell you what, in Colorado, before it turned into a different place, you would not catch anybody driving a jacked up truck with big wide tires on it anywhere in that state. You would have gotten laughed out of the country. Then California moved to Colorado and everything changed. Okay, come on, Super Trucker. It's all yours. You can let go of my DOT bumper now. I think these owner-ops hauling Amazon Prime trailers are the next Swift. Because it looks cool. You know, I don't think it looks cool. I think it looks like somebody's compensating. I don't like it. But I deal with that here on the West Coast so bad. There you go. Those Prime drivers, Amazon Prime drivers, I think they're under a lot of pressure, and they're owner-ops, and they're barely, let's just say they're barely owner-ops. If they're running legal, they're barely running legal. And they speed everywhere they go. Like that guy is speeding. That guy is doing 74 miles an hour. I can tell by my forward-facing radar. In a 55 mile an hour zone. So, and I know what that ticket looks like because I was doing 70. That'll ruin your career. But those guys, I've seen those guys right in this area, right here by Weed, on their side because they were taking corners too fast. They're the next Swift. And Swift, before Swift, it was J.B. Hunt. And before J.B. Hunt, I don't know who it was they were making fun of. That was before my time. But I got a theory about Swift. Yeah, I think their process for, training new drivers was a little light. At least there for a while. I don't know. I've never worked for Swift, but they're all by themselves. Before night transportation absorbed absorbed Swift, back when Swift was just one company, Swift was the largest trucking company in the world. And then they got absorbed by Knight because the two owners they're buddies. And I'm paraphrasing a lot of this. They're buddies, and Swift was in debt. Knight was not. So Knight absorbed all of Swift's debt, and that's why Knight owns Swift now. Okay, so now Knight is bragging on being the largest trucking company in the world. No, you're not. Not if you're operating as separate companies. But Swift, okay, so Swift is the largest trucking company in the world. They have more trucks on the road than any other company in the world. It's a numbers game. When you see a trucker who has made a mistake, who has been involved in an incident, there is a higher chance of it being a Swift truck just because they have more trucks on the road. That's the only reason. If May Trucking Company had more trucks on the road than Swift, I know about their training program. Let me tell you, they would have twice as many trucks on their sides. But I'm going to guess, they tried to tell us that they had like 1,000 trucks when I first started with them. Well, come to find out, not 1,000 drivers. They may have had 1,000 trucks, but they didn't have all those trucks filled. They probably had 800 or 900 filled. And now The rumor is they have like 600 or 700 built. I don't know that that's true. That's just rumor. That's just trucker gossip. Okay, legend, I'm going to get over too because there's an emergency vehicle on the side of the road. May was a great company to start with, but it definitely wasn't a company to stick with. Just like the one I'm with now, I made 3 times as much money as I'm making now when I first started. When I first started, I was making some money. I was getting a decent paycheck, not top of the scale or anything like that, but I was paid less per mile when I started with this company than I'm making now. I'm making significantly more pennies per mile now, but I take home less paycheck. Like 2/3 lower than when I started. So I'm not happy. Here are the calves. I see all the calves. This is cow country right here, you guys. I love this valley. I call this Cow Valley because there's like a metal cow sculpture up here at the other end of the valley. It's cute. Of a cow and a calf. And then you go through Wairika, and then you come up out over the north end of Wairika, and there is a old rusty metal sculpture of a dragon. I named him Elliot. Does anybody know why I named him Elliot? I named him Elliot, and I call that Dragon Valley. Oh, quit whining at me, you old truck. Come on around, Legion. Anybody know why I would name a dragon Elliot? Who's Market? Oh, that's that owner up. He's a nice guy. I think he's and I hope the guy forgives me. Hello, Teensy. Dentist appointment. Okay. Ugh. So you know, Teensy, are you in Central Time where you're at? So you're 2 hours ahead of me. I'm on the West Coast. Between 6 and 7, I'm going to go live tonight with a very special guest, and we're going to do a yarn giveaway. Why Elliot? Does anybody know why Elliot? We don't remember movies from the 80s? And I'm not talking about, no, I am not talking about you know, the kid, E.T. I'm not talking about E.T. There was another movie in the 80s with a dragon named Elliot. Yep, we're doing a yarn giveaway tonight. Central Time. Okay, so you're 2 hours, so between 8 and 9 your time, I will be going live. We'll be doing a yarn giveaway. Either paint box or tea time yarn. And I need, I have 1 vote for tea time and I have 1 vote for paint box. So I'll be making a choice. Darn it, with a white dragon. What was it? Oh, it was Pete's Dragon. And it was one of my favorite movies. Elliot! I can still hear Pete saying, Elliot! It was a cartoon dragon, not a white. It was a cartoon. Okay, awesome. Good luck today, Teensy. I'm pretty sure it's a 4-weight. Paint box is a 4-weight acrylic. And it's like crocheted with a cloud. Now I have never tried the tea time. I would like to. I'm gonna have to figure out a project for it though. But like right now. Okay, so in the description box, there is a link to Darla's latest cardigan that she uploaded like last night, I think. What is good for some things? Caltrans worker, Sean Baker Memorial. Old is good for some things. Yes. I believe that Tea Time from Hobby is a 4-way. You can see more about it in the link in the description box for Darla's latest cardigan. I believe she uploaded it last night. She used Tea Time. And it's either a 3 or a 4-way. I love 3-way, but and Amber's using it. You'd like Tea Time, so we got 2 votes for Tea Time, because that would be 2 cakes, and it would be a multicolor cake. Or the paint box, which is like crocheted with a cloud. I mean, that stuff is so nice. There would be 5 skeins. They would be solid colors, but they would be in like a color pack of 5 skeins, and that's a lot of yarn. And Christine won the last 5-pack that I gave away when I had Kari on the live, and she's getting ready. I think she set up bed coat, and I want to see that. That will be gorgeous in those. Oh, that yarn is just so amazing. Holy cow. So we got 2 votes for Tea Time. I got 1 vote for the paint box. I love paint box. Love it. But the other is in a cake, and there would be 2 cakes. And I'm probably going to go with which one's, you know, more cost effective. That paint box is so nice. So nice. I'm sure the Tea Time is too. I think it's a 4-way. Don't quote me on that. You'll have to go look on the hobby website. So right up here, hopefully you guys can see it. You can look up, you could also Google cow sculpture, Yreka, California. That's spelled Y-R-E-K-A for Yreka. So there's a hay barn off to my right now. I just passed it. As I start to go around the corner, you'd like, oh, that's Marion. Okay, so right there on the right, up on the hill, there's a sculpture of a cow with a cowbell and a calf right in front of her. You could probably find pictures of it like on Pinterest or something. So that's why I call this Cow Valley. Plus, the whole valley floor is cow pasture, like beef cattle. And that's my kind of country. And then we're going to drop down into Yreka. Don't blink or you'll miss it. It's not a very big town. It's bigger than Button Willow. It's bigger than Dufur, Oregon. It's probably the same size as Kiowa, Colorado. Or Elizabeth, Colorado. It's bigger than Peyton, Colorado, which is just a post office and a liquor store. It's smaller than Vernon, Texas. Pretty little place, but a lot of times I'll park, you know, right next, like out on the back side of this little strip mall that has a Ripley's or O'Reilly's grocery store, and then over on to the left of me when I park is a Walmart. I feel, you know, being the, you know, person who always lives out in the country, whenever I go into Walmart or go into that grocery store, I feel like I'm surrounded by a lot of very strange people. Strangeness. Oh, Marion's service. Is your service getting any better, Marion? Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's not. Just a different culture, that's for sure, from what I'm used to. It's all good. Saul Goodman. Who has watched Better Call Saul? A bit better? Good. Good. There was a fire here just on the other side of those hills to the west. I restarted and powered off, so okay, well, that doesn't hurt, that's for sure. That's always a good thing to do. There was a fire here late in the season last year that was just over these hills to the west of me, over to the left, that way. Some kind of complex, which means there were several different fires. I think that's what that means. Several different fires that kind of all end up close enough to each other to where they either join or they're all kind of being worked and handled by the same agencies. I don't know. I'll have to ask my friend Terry. Terry Lynn. She lives in Medford. She was my nail lady, but now she's having some health issues, so she's not doing the nail thing anymore. Remember when I was doing the giveaway on the nail dashes? That's who I bought those from, but she's having health issues, so I now have a new gal. I don't know if I put that in the description box or not. I did put it in the description box of that blocking video that I just did, that just went up on Monday. Oh, look at those cab over trucks. 1, 2, 3 cab overs, 1 long nose Kenworth. Cab overs are cool looking. I don't know that I'd ever want to drive one. I've been in them when I was little. My stepdad, Ray, he owns Level Truck Sales in Canby, Oregon. And I can remember being up in the truck with him. Well, if he hopped out of the truck, which is something you do before you drive off, because you're checking things out, you're hooking up, you're doing all the things. And I'm sitting up on top of that little doghouse in between the seats, or I'm sitting back in the bunk, which is shoved up right up against the back of the seats, and that big groaning, growling, vibrating, shaking thing scared the crap out of me, and I'd start crying because I was really little. But I do remember being up in that cab over and being afraid. But I wanted to ride with Dad. I wanted to ride with him, but not when he hopped out of the truck. I didn't like that. He had to be in the truck with me. Scared me. So this is Wairika, everybody. Not much to it. It's not real big. This guy, okay, he's doing 61. So, we have a live chat tonight, sometime between 6 and 7 Pacific time, and we're going to have Mara as our guest, talking about what she's doing over on her channel. And we're going to have a yarn giveaway. So pay attention, watch for that. It'll be because, you know, let's say I deliver at 4:30. Then as soon as I drop this trailer, I've got to head back over to the yard, which is kind of on the other side of, you know, from where I'm at. And then I got to hop in the shower. I need a shower. I smell like a trucker. And then I'll get back in the truck and we'll do our live sit and stitch with special guest and a yarn giveaway. So we're doing that. Maybe I'll work on my squares. Probably a good idea to work on my squares. What I want to work on is the Montana blanket, but you know. That's what I want to work on. But I got deadlines. Okay, we're gonna come up out of Wairika, and hopefully some of you will be able to see the dragon statue, dragon sculpture, Elliot, on the right side. I'm not going to mess with the camera. We're going to, see that guy is trying to come out to his truck. He's trying to merge. It is hard. And that's an incline. You know, you're not only trying to get your speed up on an on-ramp. This on-ramp is an incline. It's going up, and the freeway is on an incline. So really hard for him to get up to speed. But we do try to limit our lane changes, which is why we're trained to only do that for other trucks, because cars are more maneuverable and they have to make a decision as to how they're going to merge. Okay, we're coming up. Elliot is just over the peak of this hill, and he'll be over on the right. Hello again. So up here on the right will be the dragon sculpture, and they're made out of those cows, you know, in that sculpture and the dragon sculpture. They're made out of rusty old metal. Really great to see him because of the fog. Oh, where's Elliot? There's a little stand. Okay, barely see him in the outline of the fog. Right there on the right. Oh, you guys probably can't see him. Little bit of an outline. There he goes. That was him. So you can also Google dragon sculpture, Wairika, California, if you want to get. You'll probably find pictures of him online. Either cow sculpture or dragon sculpture, Wairika, California. Y-R-E-K-A. There's a Eureka, California. I don't think I've ever been there. I don't remember ever being. I don't think I ever went that far north on the 101. Yeah, the fog. So you'll have to Google that picture. Okay, you guys. Be sure to watch for that live sit and stitch tonight with special guest and yarn giveaway tonight. Probably between 6 and 7 p.m. Pacific. Yarn giveaway, and it's either going to be tea time or it's going to be paint box. Both very nice yarns. Well, I only know the paint box. We're hearing about people using tea time. It's out there in Google or in YouTube right now. That link to Darla's latest tutorial in the description box. She's using tea time. You'll be there, Marion? Okay. All right, you guys. We are going to call it a morning. as I get past this particular spot, because we got CHP sitting in the center. I don't want to give him any ideas. Okay, Alan, great. Good deal. We're gonna climb this hill. I'm behind Walmart. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Bye-bye.